What's up, guys? It's Colbert here from the Colbert Vape Report, and today we have an RDA. This RDA is the lethal RDA. This is from AngelCigs.com. It is the clone that AngelCigs developed, and you can find it for $13.30 on their site for the one color airflow ring, or you can pay $15.30 for 3 separate color rings: black, silver, and copper. Go over a little bit of the specs here. It is a 22mm diameter dripper. It is stainless steel with a black ring, 304 stainless steel, food grade. It has a tri-post design, airflow control, solid negative post milled into the deck. The poles are 5.5mm and the positive and negative post holes are 2.5mm. It also has a peak insulator, a deep juice channel, single or dual airflow options with cyclone or dual 1.5mm holes. It has a copper 510 pin, which is silver plated. It has laser engravings, and it has a separate top cap so you can use your own drip tip. So let's vape on a little bit here. I have a 0.2 ohm coil. I'm running at about 65 watts. It's 4.2 volts. This is not a cloud blowing atomizer. This is more of a flavor atomizer, and it does very good. It does a very good job for a very good price at being a flavor atomizer. It brings in the air from the top of the RDA, as you can see there. Brings in the air from the top, and the coils sit down here, so it brings down the air down and through the center and up through the drip tip. It comes with a pretty wide bore proprietary drip tip that is stainless steel on the inside with peak on the outside, and the flavor is very, very good. It puts out respectable vapor for a flavor addy, and this is at really low wattage. I'll try bumping it up to 5 volts here. It's about 93 watts. Bumps up the vapor, it bumps up the flavor, but it is a lot warmer because of the small air. So let's go and get up close and personal with the lethal style RDA from AngelCigs. Alright, so here we have it, the lethal style RDA from AngelCigs. This is a 1-to-1 clone. It has like a Punisher type symbol on this side that is laser engraved, and on this side it is a little bit more of a textured finish, as you can see from there. You can see it is stainless steel. It's a little dirty because I have been using it, but here on the top you have your drip cap, which you can see down into the center there. It has stainless steel on the inside and Delrin or peak on the outside. Here on the bottom you have your 510 connector, which is adjustable. As you can see there, it is adjustable. No serial numbers because this is a clone. Now we'll take off the top here. The top unscrews, as you can see. And there is a peak insulator there on the inside to help with heat reduction, and so you can fit on a different drip tip. Now this is the packaging that it came in. It has a nice little angel on there for the AngelCigs logo. Your atomizer would sit in there, and this is a replacement ring. Now for the 1330 version, you get one replacement. You get one top ring and two or three replacement rings, but my version I just got one. Now what this is used for is you take off the top and you screw this on, just like so, and you can use your own wide bore drip tip on there. Now I myself don't have any wide bore drip tips laying around, so I don't know exactly how well this portion works, but I think the original drip tip works just fine. So we're going to take that back off there. Drop this back on, just like so. I'm going to show you how to adjust the airflow. Now you can see we have the airflow control ring right here. It has two 1.5mm air holes and the Cyclops air style air hole. Now to adjust your airflow, you just unscrew the top cap a little bit. Then you would rotate this until you see the open hole there. This is set up for the dual coil option. So I have it set up for the dual coil Cyclone. I set it up, I tighten down the top cap, and you're all set up and ready to go. Now here is the deck. So you can see I have my coil build on here. It is a dual parallel 26 gauge. You can see it has beefy screws and really beefy 510 holes. I bet you could fit twisted 20 in here if you really wanted to, but I wouldn't advise it because this does get rather hot. This Addy would benefit from some heat fins, but this is more of a flavor Addy and not a cloud Addy, so really you shouldn't be putting as low build as I am on here, 0.2, and running it up to 100 watts because it is a very warm vape because of the airflow, but it is not bad. A fairly deep juice well in there. It looks very nice. These O-rings are a little too small for my taste. I wish they would have used a little bit of beefier O-rings so that it would catch more. But I mean, the top cap isn't very loose once you pop it on there, but it's not overly tight either. So I wish that they would use a little bit of beefier O-rings, and that would help out a lot. But overall, quality of machining was very good. I didn't have any burrs, any mess ups. There was a little bit of machine oil. There's a little piece of cotton. There we go. There was a little bit of machine oil when I received it, but that cleaned up fairly easily. But for a $13 to $15 Addy, you really can't expect immaculate condition. But this came very good. Everything came centered. You can see the negative posts are milled into the deck. The center post is sturdy, does not spin when you adjust the 510, and these screws are beefy screws. And they are flathead screws, which could turn off some people, but I think that makes it easier because they don't strip as easy. They move very easily, they move very smoothly, and they feel very beefy. This feels like a very well-built RDA for the price. Alright, now I'm going to re-wick it, rejuice it, and we will go back out to the regular view, talk on it, and vape on it. So the Lethal RDA, what are my final thoughts? Well, it is a very well-built, very cheap flavor chasing atomizer. It is very good on flavor because of the way the airflow works, because it brings it in from the top, and then it goes down and into the middle. Actually, I don't think I showed that on the close-ups, which I should have. So I will show it to you now. Inside of the barrel, you can see the airflow channels right there on the sides. So it brings it in from the top, brings it down the side to the coil, and then back up through to the middle. I should have showed that in the close-up, but I kind of... So, overall, it's very easy to build on. The threads and the screws feel beefy. The post holes are big. It has a very deep juice well. All around, it's a very good device. If you like running single coil, it has a single coil option. If you don't like the Cyclops air holes, it has the 1.5mm option. Though it is almost impossible to do a mouth to lung on this. Because of the amount of airflow, you could very easily do lung hits. Albeit they are kind of a little bit restricted air hits, or they are a little bit of restrictive lung hits, but they are very nice, very fulfilling lung hits. If this isn't your cloud chasing Addy, this will be your flavor Addy, and that's what I'm using it at. I recommend to use it at probably 65 watts and below if you're running at 0.2, so probably 4.2 volts and below, because this barrel can get a little hot if you run it up like 100 watts. And I wouldn't recommend that anyway because of the amount of airflow this has. That it turns into a very warm to hot vape. I like warm vapes, but I don't like hot scalding vapes. But overall, for $13 to $15, you really can't go wrong with this. The only downside I found with it is that the O-rings need to be a little bit beefier, but that's just because the top cap is a little loose. But I've still not had any leaking from this Addy. It's been a very good Addy. And I really didn't think I would like a flavor chasing Eddy, but the difference this makes for flavor is amazing compared to what I'm used to with higher airflow devices. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed my review of the lethal style clone from AngelCigs. If you want to check it out, go to AngelCigs.com and check out the lethal on their site. They range from $13 to $15. $15 if you want the different color AFC rings. They have black, copper, and silver. If you want to change up just to make it match with your mod. I will see you guys in the next video, and as always, happy vaping.